I will start with 13 and see how it goes, okay? Okay, I will start with mantra. Om Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatam Maham Vande Paramananda Madhavam. Okay. Idam adyamaya labdham prapsye manoratham. Imam prapsye manoratham. Idam asti. Idam api me bhavishyate punardhanam. Idam adyamaya praptam labdham. This is gotten by me today, adya. Imam prapsye, this I will get a desire tomorrow. Manoratham, this desire, prapsye, I shall get. Idam asti, and this is what is. Idam api, and this also, me bhavishyati, will be for me or will be mine. Punardhanam, the wealth or the money. This money will be also mine. This is the Rajasic mind or the Asuric mind which thinks in this way. Asau maya hatach shatruh. This enemy is killed by me. Hanishye chaparan api, and I will kill the others. Ishvaroham, I am the Lord. Aham bhogi, I am the enjoyer. Siddhoham, aham, I am the realized one. Balavan, very strong. Sukhi, very happy. Nice, huh? Linear way, very linear. There is no doubt about anything. Yeah, doubt will kill this this energy. There should be no doubt. There has to be always straightforwardness. Adhyo abhijanavan asmi. Adhyo abhijanavan asmi. Kon yosti sadrisho maya. Yakshye dasyami modishye ityajnana vimohitaha. So, and thus think those who are bewildered by ignorance, ajnana vimohitah. They think in this way: I am worthy, I am wealthy, adhyah. Abhijanavan, I am, how to put it? Abhijanavan, the one who possesses many, how to say, privileged, we can put, yeah, he is fortunate and privileged of the world. Kon yosti sadrisho maya, who is other than me, similar to me. Yakshye, I will sacrifice. Dasyami, I will give generously. Modishye, I will enjoy. Ityajnana mohitah. Thus think those who are vimohitah by ajnana, who are the bewildered by ignorance. But notice here three words: yakshye dasyami modishye. I will sacrifice, I shall give, and I shall enjoy, rejoice. So they are not against giving, they are not against sacrificing, they are doing it, but for their own sake, for their own enjoyment. For, you know, all those altruistic deeds of the companies who are supporting the social, you know, community in development, giving money to schools, very little money, but such a big reclam, you know.
Mm.
I was surprised because I don't want to name anyone, but the boss with whom I was working was multimillionaire, very rich person, yeah, with a huge amount. And he was so proud that he built for his community where he's coming from the village, the few places, houses, they say houses for people. I thought, wow, houses he built, so nice for his people where he's coming from. And then we went to see those houses. They were so proud to show. And I never saw anything more poor, more ugly, like bunkers, like in the war or something, totally not finished, small, like for chicken, not for people. And there were only few of them. There were not many, like I don't know, four, five chicken houses. This was the I shall give. That's what it goes. I shall give in abundance to the people who need. Yeah. I was so ashamed even to look into that direction. And they were looking into your eyes and trying to get your nose that you are grateful what he did, you know. And I couldn't do anything. I had to put my eyes down because I would not be able to look into his eyes that time. He understood that I was really frustrated with those chicken houses.
Yes, well, and I'm laughing because of I am seeing the cast of characters of My Little City. Yes, the city where I live. Yes, all of the you see these people everywhere, you know, and some of them mean well, but and the Rajasic mind.
Yeah, if it gives bigger fame, name, they would put a lot of money. But if it doesn't, that village, you know, somewhere, nobody will check. Nobody will go to that village to see that, you know, that he did something. So it can be very small, but
Yes.
they have to show something. So they showed. Mm.
Even Bill Gates, when he's so rich now, but he never helped Africa when he sold things to Africa. And now he's very rich and he give, but could have done before.
Yeah, yeah.
He could have done good prices for poor people before.
Yeah, yeah, it's upbringing. I think he explained somebody asked Bill Gates, why do you always give tip $5 in the, you know, in cafe, and your son gives 50 and you give 5? He says that my son is born in the family of millionaire and I am born in the family of the shoemaker. So this is the difference between them. It's upbringing, how he is used to treat money very carefully, which is not bad. But of course, he created charity foundations, many for the heart and so on. But it is well known because it is kind of, you know, promoted and also with the same money for his own sake. They notice now, these rich people, that if they don't do this work, their business goes down. So they are forced to show charity, to show that they create foundations. All those foundations are half fake because they actually bring all those money which they have to pay taxes to. Yeah? They have this tax exemption there. They're just washing them, laundering the money. You know? And I know this. The guy wanted to give to Auroville money, very rich guy came to Auroville, to Savitri Bhavan, but he wanted tax exemption. That means money back from this through the government, 125%. So he wanted to earn on it, basically. And there are such donations when you can get 125%, but that has to be to scientific projects or something like this. Yeah. But our project wasn't scientific, and he wanted to make it scientific to get his 25% on the top. So we refused his donation. Well, yes, you can't blame them. They are caught by this force and they have to follow it. Otherwise, they will lose it. This force will leave them if they don't respect it, if they don't behave in this way. So they know it. Yeah, they really know it. But there are other people. For example, this Facebook guy, Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg had given away $500 billion when his daughter was born. He left only 0.5% for himself from all his earnings. 0.5%, which is $500 million, but still. I couldn't believe when I read the news that he gave all his money away because his daughter was born and he was happy. He doesn't need money. He lives normal life with his wife. If you look how they live, they have no luxury over luxury. They are traveling nearly, eating hot dogs, drinking Coca-Cola. You would not believe. Very normal people. So it's a new generation of people coming. They are not fancy. They don't fancy things. They don't need luxury. But this old generation, of course, from the villages, they are very different. They like to have luxury. And so, aneka chitta vibranta mohajala samavrataha prasaktah kamabhogeshu patanti narakeshu chao. Aneka chitta vibranta.
Excuse me.
They are roaming vibranta. They are bewildered by many different ideas or many different feelings or many different drives of chitta. And here chitta comes up. It is that which is determining our memory, determining our behavior, all what we experienced and what we would like to have. So they are kind of roaming in this chitta realm with many different movements of what else I can do to get some desire out of it. Mohajala samavritaha. They are in the net, covered by the net of ignorance, moha, bewilderment. Prasaktah, totally attached, kama bhogeshu, to the enjoyment of desires, patanti narakeshu chao, and they fall into the hell, narake, ashuchao, into the impure hell. They fall into the unclean hell of their own evil. And this is Sri Aurobindo, he is always adding something of their own evil. Beautiful, yeah? Which explains what is hell. Hell is not some place where you go. You're already in hell because you live like this. So thus occupied by many egoistic ideas, deluded, addicted to the gratification of desire. Beautiful. Doing works, but doing them wrongly, acting mightily, but for themselves, for desire, for enjoyment, not for God in themselves or God in man. They fall into the unclean hell of their own evils. Sri Aurobindo adds many details which are important to see what is meant, what is presumed by this statement. Okay. Atma sambhavitah stabdha dhanam dhanamanam adanvita madanvita dhana mana madanvita. This is how we split it. Yajante nama yajnaiste dambhena vidhi purvakam avidhi purvakam. Atma Sambhavitah Stabdha. They are driven or inspired by themselves. Stabdha, they are stiff, yeah, or stumbling, very stubborn, or stubborn is the word. Dhanamana madanvitah, full of money, pride, and madness, or intoxication. They are full of intoxication of pride of money. This is what it is. They are. Can you imagine people who are full of intoxication of pride of money? You can see them immediately in front of your eyes. They are so rich, they're so proud. When they enter the hotel or something, everybody gets up and they come to them and they just smile, and they don't know. They are very generous. They are very talking like very. Yeah. So this is what it is. Dhanamana madanvita. Yajante nama yajnaih te. And they are sacrificing by the sacrifice in the name. Yeah. So they are sacrificing, but from the self-regarding ostentation. Yeah? Especially you can see this when they put these, written. This Savitri Bhavan was inaugurated in this date, this year, or Matri Mandir was inaugurated by Karan Singh in this year. So this is what gives them, this is the sacrifice with the name. Name has to be there. It's very important because it's business. It's connected to business. Avidhi-purvakam. Avidhi-purvakam, without proper knowledge or without proper order of things, they sacrifice dambhena, with their damba, with their excessive force, with their excessive energy, with energy which belittles others, makes others small, subdues others, yeah? Makes them subordinate, makes them working for them, making everybody a slave. This is the sacrifice. Everybody is already submitted to this person when he sacrifices something. We all feel gratitude, but this gratitude has a particular force, particular flavor, taste. It's a different type of taste. You feel unnatural. You are hey, you say something nice, but you don't feel natural. It's not natural laughter. It's not natural joy. It's something else. It's made up. It's artificial. So this is called avidhi purvakam, with not in the true order. So it is forced, dambhena, by the force it is made, by the sacrifices in the name of someone. Very interesting details. I really wonder how Sri Krishna does this. He goes into such details, and these words are full of meaning. First is that they are intoxicated with the pride of money. And then they are forcefully sacrificing in their own name and not in accordance with the law. Supported or inspired by themselves only. They inspire themselves. That's like they boost themselves by themselves. They are not inspired by the divine. They're inspired by their own desires. supported by their own desires. And very stubborn also. Ahankaram, balam, darpam, kamam, krodham cha samshritaha. Mam atma paradeheshu pradvishantah abhyasuyakah. Ahamkaram, balam, darpam, kamam, krodham cha samshritaha. They find refuge, or they find their place in the egoism, ahamkara, balam in the strength, darpam in the pride, kamam in the desire, krodham in anger. Mam atma paradeheshu, and they pradvishantach, they hate me, mam, says Krishna. They hate me, the Supreme, in the selves of other bodies. They despise and belittle God hidden in themselves, Atma, and the God in man in general. They don't believe this, all this story, this religion, this myth. You tell about God to somebody else, not to me. I know what is what. I know what it rules the world. Yeah? What you have, you do. And then you are responsible for everything, and nobody else is here but you. This is the very tough reality of today. I survived, my father survived, and you should survive. There is no mercy any other. There is total exclusion of the divine within. Pradvishantach, hating the divine. Have you seen people hating the divine? I saw them, yeah. Soviet Union, there are many of them there. They don't know what they are hating. They are hating some kind of alien, propaganda, or some philosophy, which may be, even Sri Aurobindo was called a reactionist in Soviet Union and was prohibited. They prohibited Sri Aurobindo in Soviet Union. Who could have thought that Sri Aurobindo is extremist, But yes, it's very dangerous. You bring God and things change. And we don't believe in God. We believe in ahankara, in the self-establishment. Please promote yourself. Do what you have to do here. Balam, where is your force? Where are your strengths? We don't like weak people, weeping, having problems. We don't deal with weak people. We be strong. Oh, enough. Darpam is actually arrogance. Darpa means a mirror. It's very interesting. It's a mirror, but it has the sense of this madness, arrogance. I will check. Wait a minute. I will open the dictionary. It would be interesting to see that it is a mirror also at the same time. So when we look in the mirror, we see only ourselves. This obsession with oneself. Pride, arrogance, insolence, conceit. Darpana. Wait a minute. Let me see. Causing vanity, a mirror. Look at this. Mirror is causing vanity. It's very interesting. This Sanskrit gives you always some insight, how it works, what is wrong with us. looking too much into the mirror in this way and that way, and how you look, how others see you, how you should look. Yeah? Of course, you should look kind of decent enough, not something hanging on your head. You have to check with yourself. But it doesn't mean this. It's constantly attached to the mirror, yeah? Kind of looking all the time for some meaning in it, as if there is a meaning in it. Sometimes there is a meaning. When you look with a deeper look, you may see somebody else looking at you in the mirror, and that can be scary. Hello, he will say through your eyes. Wait a minute, I don't want to see. So these are the features of the Daivic man, sorry, of the Asuric man. The whole chapter is dedicated to the Asuric nature. 16, chapter 16. I was shocked because when I studied Kabbalah, in the Kabbalistic study, the Arcanum, 16 Arcanum, the 16th, is the Satanic Arcanum also. And I thought, how come that they, in number, they correspond between the Gita and the Tarot, between Kabbalah. It's quite interesting to maybe to compare chapter by chapter. Tan aham dvishatach kruran samsareshu naradhaman kshipami ajasram ashubhan asurishu eva yonishu. These proud haters, tan dvishatach, I throw kshipami into the Asuric yonis, so to say, into the Asuric births again and again. So they are working in this manifestation from this Asuric poise of nature. They are working from this particular attitude, which is also needed for the manifestation. But somebody has to do that work of pride and desire and strength, bother normal people, causing them thoughts about the divine. That's what they are doing. That's why they are permitted. So I, aham, tandvishatach, those haters, kruran, who are cruel, the same word, krura and cruel. Samsareshu naradhaman, those lower beings in these sansaras. Kshipami, I throw them. I cast them down continually into more and more Asuric births. So there is a path. If you step on that path, you will go down into the more and more Asuric births. So from birth to birth, you will be more and more cruel, more and more hating, more and more egoistic. If you choose that path, if you started to realize those forces and that you like them. So this is those lower beings, lower men, vilest among men, Naradhaman, in the world, Sansareshu. I cast down continually into more and more Asuric births. Asurim yonim apanna mudha janma janmani mam aprapya iva kaunteya tato yanti dhamam gatim. That's what I just said. Asurim yonim apanna. So being cast into these Asuric yonis, into Asuric wombs or containers. Yoni is also a womb in which we are born, yeah, in the belly of the mother. And also yoni in general is from root yu, to contain. The whole universe is a yoni, yeah, in which we are all kind of dwelling. It's our dwelling place, home. So I cast them into the wombs, Asurig wombs, or into Asurig homes. Deluded birth after birth, mudha, this bewildered, janmani janmani, from birth to birth. Mam aprapyaiva, and having not reached me, having not realized me, O Kaunteya, O Arjuna, tato yanti dhamam gatim, they go adhamam gatim, they go this lower path more and more. Having not realized me, they go lower path and sink down into the lowest status of soul nature. So there are two paths. One can go up and one can go down. One can sit down if one follows this path of which is described here. And there are many of us who follow this path down. Looking at the world, it looks like a very dangerous place. Especially today, when I look at Russia, and I'm scared what is going to happen with this country. And you're looking at US, yes, also scared. Or is it better now with Trump? He became a little more detached from everything?
Oh no, the drama continues. It just, but many of us, we now have a plan, which our plan is to make sure to communicate with someone who is of the opposing view, and to keep civil human relations at every level. That seems to be the best. Yeah, it's very, I live in the middle of the country, and this is not theoretical. This is every day I must deal with. So.
Right. Yeah. The world is at the threshold of some change. Change is rapidly coming. Everything is collapsing. All the falsehoods are collapsing. Everything which is not true falling apart. Very fast. It's actually a blessing, because we have a new air or new space where we could grow into. Okay, next one, Trividham. Trividham narakasyedam dvaram nashanam atmanach kamach krodach tatha lobhach tasmat etat trayam tyajet. There is a triple door or triple way to the hell, which is killing, which is the destruction of the self. So how to destroy oneself? There are three things: kama, the desire; krodha, the anger; and lobha, the greed. Greed, anger, and desire. Tasmat etat trayam tyajet. That's why you leave these. You must leave. One should leave these behind. One should not deal with them. In the second chapter, he speaks about karma. In the third also, he says everything comes from karma. Also, krodha comes from karma. If karma is not there, there will be no anger. Because anger is nothing but unrealized desire. Yeah? You expect something to happen, it doesn't happen, and you are angry. You want some truth, something you consider to be right, and it didn't happen, and you become angry. So you can see that you had expectation, desire, which turned into krodha and hit you and hit others. And you can feel you don't like that state. You don't like to feel that feeling, but it is already there. And nothing you can do about it but endure it. It bewilders your mind. It covers your soul. You don't see yourself anymore. You're blocked. And lobha. Lobha is another, it's a very strong greed desire, want. Uh, greed is a good word also. Desire, wrath, and greed. Therefore, let man renounce these three. Etair vimuktah kaunteya, tamodvaraich tribhich narach, acharat yatmanach shreyach, tato yati param gatim. But man who is liberated by these three, who is freed from these three, O Kaunteya, tamodvaraich tribhich narach, by these three dark gates, or by these three darkest ones. The man follows the good for himself, Shreyach Atmanach, Tato Yati Param Gatim, and from there he moves to the higher path of the spirit, Param Gatim. It's a very short chapter, 24. Today we will finish it all together. Now he is concluding. He is already going away from this dark description of our nature. Yakshastra vidhim utsrijya vartate kama karatach nasa siddhim avapnoti nasukham naparam gatim. He who, having cast aside the rules of the Shastra, Shastra vidhim, utsrijya, follows the promptings of desire, kama karatach, vartate, attains not to perfection. Nasa siddhim avapnoti, he cannot attain to the perfection. Nasukham, not to the happiness. Naparam gatim, and not to the highest path, to the supreme path. So by desire, one cannot attain to the perfection. It's not possible simply, by definition. Quite interesting, yes? Some of us may think that by desire one can attain something, some perfection, at least somewhere, a little bit, because you want it. You want good. You want good for humanity. You want everybody to be in heaven. No, you won't attain anything. You won't realize perfection by that. It's not realizable by the desire. You cannot reach perfection. You cannot have a realization by the desire. You cannot have happiness by the desire or higher path by the desire. You know what it reminds me? It reminds me of Hegel and his definition that you cannot reach the good aim or the good goal, the higher goal, by the lower means. It's a very simple philosophical definition. You cannot do good by doing bad. You may think that now I will do bad and it will turn to be good. It will never turn to be good. Because the means by which you used to achieve that good are not from the same good. They have to be from the same source. Then only you can reach or realize that good. So how can we achieve perfection by the desire? It's not possible. You can achieve only the desire. By the desire, one can achieve only the desire. It's very weird. And Upanishads, when we read many Upanishads with Juliet and Benedetto that time, you remember they always use this karma, and you realize all the desires. When you realize the spirit, you realize all the desires. Why do they say all the time? Because desires cannot be realized by the desires. This is why they say it. We don't see it, we don't even think of it, but it is true. Yeah, as Dhammapada would say, even the rain of golden coins cannot satisfy the desire. Why? Because it's not meant to be satisfied by the desire. The desire can be satisfied only by the spirit, by spiritual realization. Then it becomes specified. Then this urge, this thirst, hunger of the desire is quenched finally. Quite interesting, yeah? And the last shloka. Tasmat shastram pramanam te karya karya vyavasthitao jnatva shastra vidhanoktam karma kartum iharhasi. Therefore, let the Shastra be the authority in determining what ought to be done and what ought not to be done. Knowing what has been declared by the rules of Shastra, what has been declared by the rules of Shastra, thou oughtest to work in this world. Now, he is interestingly turns to Shastra in this case, because Shastra is a very specific way of putting things into the right perspective. It gives us all the instruments of acting properly. So if you have logic, logic will give you all the instruments how to think properly, not messy. If you work with grammar, grammar will give you the knowledge how to use language properly, not messy, and so on. So once you make that order in your mind, in your vital, in your life, outside also, with your body, Hatha Yoga gives you a discipline and order. Pranayama gives you the purity in the vital, that your vital will be always uplifted, not seeing ugly things, and not looking for ugly realizations, looking for only purity and beauty. So if all that is in Shastra, so Shastra may be a very safe zone for us not to fall into this trap of Asuric nature. That's why we have morality, that's why we have religion. Yeah? These are the safety packages which are telling us where not to go. We do not know why we should not go there. Why do they say don't kill? Huh? Yeah, because it's the way to hell. Because it will be finally, it will turn to be a nightmare for you, the killer. Or don't cheat, or don't steal, or something else. Why? Because these are safety corridors by which you can live and acquire more and more spiritual wealth and finally change. But otherwise, there are temptations which can lead you away from this path, and you may fall. I think this is very interesting that he mentioned Shastra at the end, this justification of Shastra, because Sri Krishna never follows Shastra. He is not interested in Shastra. Never once he mentioned Shastra. Through the whole Gita, it's only one place. And it is in this place where he mentions this Asuric nature. You see, it makes sense. it's kind of a foundation stone on which you can really build your life, safety of your life. All right, that is it. That is the chapter number 16. Next time we will start chapter 17, and we have one more 18, and that would be the Gita. Ta-da!
Yes. Wow.
I can't believe it really went till 16. Nobody goes till the end of the Gita, actually speaking. Everybody stops at chapter 11, 12 maximum, that's it. Because as Sri Aurobindo says, everything is spoken till the chapter 12 in the Gita, but from chapter 13 till 18, all the details are given. So we are looking into these details. All right, so let us stop here today, and I will close with the mantra. I am glad that we reassembled to study Gita. This is important. I was missing these Gita classes in English. I have Gita classes in Russian, but it is different. English is more appropriate for expression of these thoughts. Very difficult to find the same thoughts in Russian. It's very different. If you could translate what we speak in Russian, it's a very different approach, different light. It's very interesting. Different languages have different flavor or preference, or they see differently things. Okay, I'm closing with the mantra. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santo Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Okay, see you. Namaste.